What's up, Blue Jays?
And happy Friday, and welcome to our All Sports Show. I'm Brooks Babcock.
I'm Morgan Gable, and I hope you guys are all having a great day.
And I'm Tishawn Alexander, and happy October 27th. We have a lot in stores in today's show, so let's break it down.
We'll start off with the top story from Morgan about Iowa women's basketball team playing in a football stadium.
I heard people talking about it, so I can't wait for that. Then we'll get into Brooks about our football team.
After that, we'll get some updates with Tishawn about our cross-country team as well as our soccer team. So a lot in store for today's show, so make sure to sit back and relax because this is KLHS Sports Edition.
Live from Liberty High School, you're watching the KLHS Daily Broadcast. Your nationally recognized and all Missouri State winners. This is KLHS.
A couple months ago, we saw Nebraska volleyball sell out Memorial Stadium for one of the biggest attendances in women's sports. Just recently, something else happened at a different Big Ten school. Morgan has more on the story now.
Guys, we got it. Good afternoon, Jays. I'm Morgan Gable, back with your top story. As our winter sports are approaching very soon, that means women's basketball is about to start. Their tryouts will take place next week. Not only is high school women's basketball starting, but college as well. On Sunday, October 15th, the Iowa women's basketball team had their home opener against DePaul Blue Demons and made history. They played in the Kinnick Stadium, and if you don't know what that is a football stadium. It was packed with 55,646 fans, almost doubling the previous record that stood since 2002 with 29,619 fans in Texas. This was the first time that Iowa has ever done anything like this, and if you couldn't tell, it was a big hit. They played in 50-degree weather and windy by the end of the night. The Hawkeyes led with a triple-double from their star player, Caitlin Clark, and took down DePaul 94-72 in what they called the crossover of Kinnick. A great turnout for Iowa, the Iowa team. Well, Jays, that's all I have for you today. This has been Morgan Gable reporting for KLHS.
Thanks, Morgan. The Jays finished up their regular season this last week against Blue Springs South. That game went into overtime, and the Jays were able to squeak out the win and take it 16-13 in Blue Springs. The Jays finished their season 6-3, 2-upping their record from last season, where they finished 4-5. With the end of the regular season comes the start of the playoffs. The Jays have a bye week today, but next week they'll start their postseason run. Similar to last year, they go back-to-back and face Blue Springs South Jags again. The Jags are 0-4 on the road and allow 36 points per game when not at home. If you don't know, Liberty's district features Blue Springs and Truman, who will play tonight to determine who goes to play Liberty North next week. Then the winner of the Jays-Jags game and the winner of the Eagles game will face off in the district championship. So one more home game is guaranteed for the Jays, but for now, that's all the football I have. Let's head back to Morgan with more on women's sports.
Thank you, Brooks. The women's sports have been very busy lately. To start off, the women's tennis season came to a close as they left districts as Class 3 runners-up, finishing their season 17-1. Congrats to Ava Beltran and Corinne Court for being first team all-conference in singles and doubles. Then Sydney Chambers for being first team all-conference in doubles and second in singles. Then lastly, congrats to Megan Murphy for being first team all-conference in doubles. Moving on, our softball team, they are your district champs. So congrats to them. They played Ray-Pect in the quarterfinals and fell short 1-0. Congrats to Malia Kabani, Sierra Priesinger, and Ali True and Sophia Bach for all regional and all district. Then for our volleyball team, they took North for the district game and fell short in 3 sets, ending their season 19-9. You guys all had a great season and can't wait to see what next year brings. Then lastly, our Lady Jays golf. Congrats to Mia Olson and Libby Hurst as they qualified for state, with Mia finishing day 2 with an 89 and Libby Hurst with an 87. Both of you guys did great, and LHS will truly miss seeing you guys on the course. Now that the fall sports are starting, if you are interested in trying out for our basketball team or wrestling team, tryouts start Monday, October 30th. That's all I have for sports. Let's head over to Tishan with some updates.
Thank you, Morgan. Starting off, the men's soccer team played their last regular season against Park Hill South, and they would eventually lose 0-1, ending their regular season record to 11-6. Coming up next for them is district. Their first game is tomorrow against Central High School at 3 p.m. Good luck in district. Moving on, the men's swim and dive team are set to take on conference this weekend. Good luck, guys. And also, the cross-country team will travel to Staley High School to take on districts this weekend also. A lot is happening in our fall sports. Good luck to everybody taking on districts. This has been Tishan Alexander. Let's head back to our anchor.
Numerous school swim records have been broken over the course of the last 4 years. Ian Everett, the senior swimmer, placed his name on a lot of those. Our reporter Dominic Keeley took a look at what work it takes to be a top-tier athlete from the perspective of Ian.
Ian is a perfect example of what hard work can mold into. His 200, 100, and 50 free times won't be possible without the daily grind.
There's a lot that goes into it. I'm usually in the water about 8 to 9 times a week. It also depends on the time of the season. So, and then I try to lift about 3 times a week, and that's about an hour in the weight room.
It's a full-time job. He eats what he needs to eat to be good at swimming. He lifts a lot. I mean, he lifts, to be a sprinter, to be an elite sprinter, you got to really hit a lot of weights, and he lifts weights multiple mornings. So there are mornings that if he's not swimming in the morning, he's lifting.
The team environment, it's club swimming's, unfortunately more individual focused, I feel like. So, with the high school, you get that team camaraderie, and it's a lot of fun.
He has now become that leader. The last 2 years, he's been, the leader on our team, and he's causing other people to want to go to morning practice and want to lift more weights, and he's caused them to eat right and take certain or have certain drinks that are good for swimming.
Have fun, work hard, and you just got to show up and put in the work. That's really all there is. There's not one piece of advice that's going to change. You just got to show up to practice and have fun and work hard.
Ian has come a long way to become the athlete he is today. Ian is now committed to the University of Indiana to pursue an athletic career in swim and dive. This has been Dominic Achille reporting for KLHS.
Well, Jays, that wraps up today's show, but before you go, can everyone please stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you to our director, Lauren Ponchich, and the rest of our amazing production team.
And don't forget to follow all of our socials at KLHS_Jays. This has been Morgan Gable,
Tishawn Alexander.
And Brooks Babcock
signing off of KLHS.